All right, hello, and welcome back to the Crossword vlog, aka Clog, Monday edition, and, of course, Tuesday edition, and, well, it is not Sunday edition. You may have noticed a missing episode. I did actually record it, but, you know, I'm okay with owning up to my failures here, but I'm not okay with putting you through a 51, well, a little bit longer than that with all my rambling as well, minute episode. Um, what a disaster of a puzzle. Completely unacceptable that it was published. That might be overstating it, but I did not enjoy it. And it was quite the slog of just grinding through combinations of letters. Um, so here we are with hopefully what will be here. Let's clean the slate of this disappointing week. We did really well right up until the Saturday. Um, But now we're here and we have a whole new week to start. Um, this one is by Eric Rolfing. Don't know that name. Puzzle shape looks conducive to quick solving. I mean, I almost always say that. I guess once in a while I do call out a little trickiness, but this looks nice and open and flowy. Let me adjust my seat and let's get started. Pester, maybe annoy. Alt. Chew on nails, noise, Olay, candied yam, Layla, uh, time machine, Nimrod, Sorer, remind me, Eno, dental something, aorte maybe, a stump, that's a dentist something, interception, Moana, Saudi, uh, deer, pet spa, so sad, REO, no, Aru, inhalers, an iMac, sport, disc golf, legal pad, an RBI, I guess, prom date, ab, ORs, abrasion, lens, dentist's chair, air conditionings, sat on, stands, tenets, or credo, too much, motto, OSHA, usher, thirst, acai, easy as ABC, Barnes, credit, car, area code, rice must be, who am I to judge, old, tie or T, car title, Sia, truest, Tamara maybe, uncap, coda, away, Asada, stray, was, we go way back, booyah, B, BCE, sounded a chew, I guess. decor, TKOs, Met, Yamaha, credit history. Whew. All right. Well, it doesn't get much faster than that for a Monday. I don't know if that's my fastest ever. It very well could be. It felt very flowy. No significant roadblocks there. Let's go ahead and admire the puzzle. So the theme is we go way back. These are all things that go back. um, a time machine, obviously, it goes back in time. A dentist chair, it does go way back. I think that's very fair. It goes back much more than a regular chair would, leans like all the way flat. Credit history is a bit more of a stretch. It definitely goes back. Does it go way back? I don't know, but I don't. I'm not really in the business of nitpicking themes when I overall like the puzzle. And also all of these, like if these weren't themers, they're still actually good fill. Overall, I give a thumbs up to the theme. I think it is a cute little way to tie these things together. Um, I mentioned this before even starting, but it is a nice and flowy grid. Lots of interconnections, lots of medium, longish fill. I liked, prom date or like remind me is pretty good. I will say it's not like stellar is the wrong word. It's not like super flashy fill, like abrasion is, it's whatever. Area code is like whatever, car title is like whatever, but it's not bad. Um, and I'd much rather a bunch of like okay long medium fill than a bunch of okay like short fill. So overall, I thought the fill held up fairly well. I think Layla Ali is a classic crossword ease thing, but overall gettable from the crosses. Um, so yeah, overall, I liked this a fair amount. I'm gonna give this one a 7.5 out of 10. I'm trying to be meaner with my ratings, but that one I did legitimately like. I'm just looking, okay, only about 20 seconds off my best solve ever there. So, 0003 38. Already off to a blazing fast start there. Now, let's get into this Tuesday. So this one, more complicated theme. I assume it looks like this is going to be the same shape of bubbles. It's like a cup or maybe an upside down hat. Maybe a rabbit out of a hat sort of deal. Um, Looks like fairly open in here. Might be a little tricky to get footing. Sort of have to count on getting these first two acrosses, first two downs, and then getting into this area might be a little tricky if I can't nail this one right off the bat. So this one actually looks a little harder just from a pure grid perspective, but that's to say nothing about what the actual clues will be. Um, so without further ado, let's get started. Maybe S, K, harvest, reap, boo boo, a group that votes together, a block, ales, and health bars. Okay, put S there, out, oer, on tilt maybe, Lauren, O, tilt, put up here, layered haircut, stooges, tide, ado, maybe G, Oto, shag, hit, singles, no, IHOP, okay, slogans, what's up, stymie, mas, ho-hos, I guess, Osaka, Nokia, samosas, maybe peas in a samosa, and noble, curds, poached, cinnamon, am not, raison d'etre, Doppler, radar, a goal, style, beer mat maybe, boil, ents, peerage, cotton candy. This looks like you could fit cotton in it. Okay, tea maybe, TBD, albeit, push, pedals, tank top, hubcap. I'm gonna keep that out. Worked up, an ape, Opa, ocean, poetically, high point, sudden surge, school, I don't know what this, OT maybe, Odie, sure, a fallacy, settle, outrank, apricot tart, caught on candy, cotton, hint, caught on candy, C and Y, caught on C and Y, okay, cottage cheese, spec, aid, David, VHS, ace, spider, spicy, spacey, ACA, ad slogans, SU something, SWE, I think, a rube, ad hoc, desired, something lips, ocean, Desi maybe, OT high point, worked up, or APA, mad, lies, gas cap, icy stairs, spate maybe, rhymes, I guess raps, Richie, I do, pouty, a chump, Mount Sinai, LSU, hit, Snaps. Will you let me in? Can I maybe? Jarls, I guess. Repay. Or Earls. Maybe the Cree. Craft. Tyson, it could be. Epilogues. Scott. Theron. Hit Parade. Gil Scott Theron. Hit hit listing of top tunes. Downturn. Lee. I mean, Hit Parade doesn't sound right at all. Cotton Candy, okay. LSU. That kind of makes sense. Louisiana State Go, the French influence in New Orleans. Hit Parade obviously makes no sense. Downturn. Oh, this is typo. All right, well, that was disappointing to say the least. Let's go ahead and put this in. 51. So gave back all of the winnings and more from that. Let's go ahead and look at the puzzle. You got to redo your entire puzzle if you have Hit Parade in there. That's what I will say. And it should not be crossing Gil Scott Theron, unfortunately. Gil Scott Theron should not be crossing LSU. I just don't think that's an appropriate bit of fill for a Tuesday puzzle. Not to talk myself up a little bit, but I do have a record of many solved Tuesday puzzles, and it is not common for me to like. I guess, to be fair, I guess my first guess on this was correct. I just had a typo here. So this was, in my mind, the most likely thing to be correct. However, I thought there was no way Hit Parade was actually correct. Um, I I just don't think that's a real thing. I'm sorry. Um, I think other things that are not a real thing, beer mat. Um, Peerage is a real thing. Um, I was proud of getting it, but I thought to myself as I was doing that, well, that's more of a Saturday type of word. Mount Sinai with MTSINAI, not acceptable. Not crossing Appa, not at all. Not crossing Desi, not at all. This is just not a Tuesday puzzle, I'm sorry. Um, a lot of proper nouns. The Richie, like Tyson, right on top of Gil Scott. Um, what else? Cluing Earls, like with Viscounts in there. Crossing Cree, not great. Um, Lauren Bacall in here, really not okay. On tilt being clued like this. not to, I'm gonna take the opportunity to be pedantic because of all the other bad stuff going on in this puzzle, but you can be on tilt and just lock it up, and you're mad, and you're just gonna uh, usually you will bet recklessly, or like betting recklessly is the most common adjustment to being on tilt. But it's not the only one, and they're not equivalent. And sometimes you're just betting recklessly because you don't care and you're having a good time. So I don't think this is a good clue for on tilt. Um, what else? Okay, the theme itself is cute, caught on C and Y. I think that's a legitimate theme, and it's interesting. Um, and cottage cheese and fallacy and icy stairs, apricot tart. Apricot tart is a little like, to take a phrase out of Rex Parker's book, it's a little green paint. I mean, it's two words that technically can go together, but I don't know. An apricot tart is not, it's much less of a thing than like an apple tart, for example. So it does feel like it was a little forced. Odie, don't like that. Um, yeah, overall, I think this was not a very good puzzle. Sweet, generous. It's just like these sorts of things are just not clue that is meant for a Tuesday puzzle. I think most of this is acceptable like Saturday stuff other than Hit Parade. Okay, my problem with Hit Parade, not to be fixated on this, is that it's so many letters for such a bad word. It like takes up so much space and so much mental share because there's really only two like long downs, and one of them is Hit Parade. Um, anyway, I'm gonna give this one, because I got to keep my averages centered around five. I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.